is Subhashri from SNSCT, Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Now we are going to see about file organization versus database file organization. So, file organization can be divided into several types. Now we are going to see about sequential files. Records are stored in a fixed sequence in the sequential file, whereas the records can only be read in that sequence starting from the first record. Records can only be added at the end of the file. That is, added means in the sense they are telling that is combining two records together, that is appending in the last. Sequential files are not efficient files. Then indexed file, using an index to access the records in a random fashion. Records can be sorted according to an attribute or preference, for example alphabetically, ascending order, descending order, or in a random manner. Okay, so the file systems approach. What is the file system approach here? It includes several things such as general ledger, personal ledger, production planning, payroll, invoicing, inventory, dispatch, and order entry. So redundant data storage is here. Redundant in the sense the repetition of the data. One file is used in each application. No data sharing is possible here. Cross application transfers are difficult to manage and then to achieve. File systems are rarely used for data processing. So clearly it is going to say that repetition of data should be avoided. So database approach. Compactness. What is the meaning of compactness? So the database here comes in general ledger, personnel, production planning, payroll, and also it includes invoicing, inventory, dispatch, and order entry. So compactness in the sense data is stored in a single logical place. Data can be shared and related between the applications. Data transfer between applications is very easier when compared to file based approach. So used for a wide range of applications. So what are the database characteristics? Amount, complexity, volatility, immediacy are the basic characteristics of database. So the amount in the sense database size depends on the number of records or files it contains. Complexity. What is complexity? Database complexity depends on the number of relations between each and every files that the database is going to store. So volatility, a measure of the changes typically required in a given period of time. Immediacy is nothing but a measure of how rapidly change between the must be made to data. Advantages of using a database approach. Flexible database. Flexible data access. What does mean by accessing the data? Accessing the data is nothing but retrieving the data whenever the user is whenever the user needs the data should be accessed very much easier and without any complexity. So database management systems have various tools to manipulate, query, or report the data, such as structured query language, that is SQL, and report generators. Hence, selected data is easily retrieved by use of the structured query language. So a database management system can accommodate different data views for different users. Improved data integrity is here. What is meant by integrity? Modern DBMS, that is database management system, consists of various tools and methods to improve the integrity of the data. To ensure the data is correct, consistent, and current. Current in the sense up to date. Verify the data input and check whether data is reasonable or not. What are the advantages of DBs? So improved data security. Tools such as password access, encryption ensure the data is not deliberately or accidentally damaged or changed. Whenever the insertion, deletion, or updation anomalies occurred, it should not be, the data should not be damaged or changed. It should be all times it should be in a secured manner, accessed with proper authorization. No invalid users should be here. Data independence. Problems arising from the interdependence of data and programs are kept to a minimum. Reduced data redundancy. Single version of the truth is here. Efficient data storage is also used. Effective time management of hardware, that is CPU. Here they are coming to say the priority scheduling method. Programmers, analysts, and users. Priority scheduling is used in everywhere. Relational databases use normalization to reduce the data redundancy. Advantages of DBS again compared as ability to share and relate the data. Different user groups can use the same data. Data in different parts of the system can be related for a certain application. Standardization of the data is also here. In the general, data items have common names in storage format. Increased productivity is also here.